Hello everybody, my name is GenVamp.
And my name is Ankahet.
Okay, and today we're getting started on, well, not getting started, but carrying on with Brutal Doom. Because even if you haven't seen my previous videos on this, this is pretty much run-of-the-mill, easy to get into. So let's carry on, shall we? And I'm kind of using some cheats here because I wanted to show off more of the features of the game, aside from the obvious God mode, but, you know, let's see, where do I start? I guess I'll start with, well, hold on. You already know the chainsaw. You already know how awesome that is. You can rip out people's throats. There's assault rifles. And you have a single one, which replaces your pistol, shotgun. And then you have the double barrel, which is a staple of the series. Minigun, which has been redesigned, sounding incredibly awesome, as always. And there's the rocket launcher, which it looks a lot like a torch, don't you think so?
Yeah, a little bit there.
Yeah, a little bit. But, just seems a lot longer and bigger, like it's compensating for something. And you have the double plasma rifles, which are pretty standard. Let's see. Oh! No, you don't. Then you have the big fucking gun. We know how awesome that is.
Now, are you playing this with the keyboard and mouse, or are you playing this with a game?
I'm glad you asked. I'm actually playing it with, the keyboard not keyboard. I'm playing with the controller, which I can play it with the keyboard and mouse. I just preferred not to. Just checking a few settings right here, just to make sure everything goes according to plan. But yeah, everything mostly is.
Now, since this was made by, you know, a modder and whatnot, basically it's a redesign of the game. Did he leave it in like regular Windows executable, or are you having to use an emulator to play?
Believe it or not, there's Xanodrome which you can use, and I believe there's an open Doom-like modding software that you can use, but I believe you can actually load it up as default. You basically have them all in a folder, and you can actually use them, because all the system files have to be in a folder, and that modded file has to be in there in order for it to be used. Believe it or not, I was actually relatively new at finding this out, so...
So it's self-sustaining. Do you actually have to install anything, or do you just run it from the folder?
Really, you just run it from the folder. After you install the game, you pretty much don't have to worry about the mod unless it really says you have to. But there's a site you can go to actually download it, and there's a link in the description for that. Okay.
What kind of controller are you using to play? PlayStation, Xbox?
Well, you can use whatever. You can use a wired keyboard, which is very good. I mean, a wired controller, yeah. You can use, like I said, you already know the keyboard and mouse is obviously a staple, but you don't have to do that because it's been updated and there's been many features that have been added. The obvious reload function, jumping, crouching. Hold on. What are you doing?
I mean, what particular type of controller were you using to play?
I was actually about to get to that. I am using an Xbox 360 controller. I would go with the wireless one, but I don't advise it because there's complications with that, and you have to have a connector for it and shit. And it involves batteries, so I just use the USB plug-in Xbox 360 controller. A PS3 controller will also work. I recommend using wired controllers, so that would help a lot more.
I hate things that involve batteries.
Me too.
It never works out well for me.
Yeah. Know that feeling. Ah, trap kills.
Never fails. I'll be in the middle of a game and circle back.
I know, right?
That's just how it goes.
Oh yeah, I definitely get what you're saying. Let's see here. Yeah, batteries can be a pain in the ass for anyone if they run out, you know? it's good to have long-lasting ones, but no matter what, there's always going to be BS with that. I like rechargeable ones, and I have a huge slew of batteries over here, so, like, if you were to be here where I live, Vegas, you would, get the chance, like, to have as much batteries as you need. Like, it's best to only keep batteries, not to borrow them, because I don't believe in the idea of just taking batteries from something else and then using it like that. If you have enough money, you can actually buy a pack of them at, like, Walmart or Sam's Club or anywhere, really, that sells it.
Well, my first... And this set off my irrational fear of using batteries, because, I mean, I know that you can do a lot of stuff today, like, you know, remotes, game controllers, stuff like that, phones, basically everything, you know, portable of any type runs off the battery, but this started with my irrational fear of batteries. Like, a long time ago when I was a kid, I had a regular Game Boy, you know, the big old, like, gray bricks. I had one of those. And I was on this fishing trip, and we were all playing Pokemon, because Pokemon had just released. And I was in the middle of this Link cable battle with a couple of friends, and I was doing really well, and my Game Boy died, because I ran out of batteries. Which caused a really weird schism in the game that duplicated all of our Pokemon. So it ended up working out in his favor, but I lost, like, everything, because my fucking Game Boy died.
Damn. I'm really
So now I have this irrational fear of always running out of batteries. Like, even when I'm sitting here at my desk playing my 3DS or whatever, I'll sit there and leave it plugged in while I'm playing it the entire time.
Damn. Sorry to hear. I've never encountered something like that before, but Jesus. It's like, that sounds... you know, there is another... speaking of batteries being an issue, you know what's really irritating? Well, it's no longer on the market, but when it was actually pretty upsetting. The N-Gauge. You had to take out the battery to change the games.
I don't think I've ever used one of those. I'm going to Google that now.
Go ahead. It's pretty bad. Pretty bad.
N-Gauge. Okay. Yeah, I'm actually going to Google this.
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's going back a ways.
Yep.
I wonder if they still sell these things.
I wonder myself. I really don't think they do, aside from the huge amount of flack it's gotten. Maybe they've upgraded it.
Is that the one, was it originally made by Nokia?
Yes.
Okay. First thing that comes up on Google search, failed gaming consoles, the N-Gauge made by Nokia.
Yep.
Well then. Apparently it tried to mimic the Game Boy Advance, but looks nothing like the Game Boy Advance. I mean, this thing looks like some sort of futuristic telephone that would have been made in like 1995.
Oh yeah.
So you actually had to take the battery out to change the game card.
Yep.
Oh wow, now I see what you're talking about. Holy wow. Yeah, that's a little I don't think I can deal with that. I get annoyed just trying to take the cartridge out of my 3DS and change it. I'd probably frisbee it into a lake somewhere. Okay, so anyway, this Doom, now it's Brutal Doom, right?
Yes.
Now, one of the new things there is that I don't remember whether you could throw grenades in the original or not.
Nope, that's one of the upgrades.
So that's one of the new things.
As there's been several different versions of Dooms, Doom, Doom 2, Doom 3, Doom 3 Resurrection of Evil, which really, the words Resurrection of Evil is just a replacement for the words Part 2. Yes, that's right, there's a Part 2 of Doom 3, which in other words, it's like an apology note for messing up at the end of Doom 3 because they didn't have an ending for it.
Doom 2.5?
Doom 3, 2.5.
Right. Doom 3, 2.5.
Or, if you wanted to go by idiotic 90s logic, Doom 6!
Right. And then there was Doom 64.
That was actually pretty fun. I grew up with that one. Where the hell do I go? I also find it fun that you can do aim anywhere you want. See? You can actually make the textures a lot smoother and better looking. As you can clearly tell, there's a lot to enjoy with that. Let's see. How do I get out of here? I'm stuck. I'm stuck! I'm fucking stuck!
How did you get in there?
You
jumped through the window, didn't you?
Yes!
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to do that.
Were there supposed to be... What was that?
Although, yeah, I was about to say, although try hitting the walls is a lot of murder. False walls.
Yep. Owned.
I wonder how many people get to that point in the game and spend hours trying to figure out how to get back in.
I know, right?
There should be like a statistic for that or something.
It's like, if you ever get stuck in a corridor, if you ever get stuck in a certain area or corridor, the only way to get out is by humping the wall.
I can totally see people trying to do the Skyrim shimmy up the back of the wall.
I also had it set to where upgrades and weapons and ammo, pickups basically, can respawn. Now, what you'll have to do, of course, at least based on my experience, is you'll have to, of course, beat one level when starting at the beginning of the game. The beginning of the game is easy. I like Ultra Violence mode, but if you want to try it on harder difficulty, you can. You can be invincible, too. But, actually, yeah, you can, through cheating. Of course, fortunately, the options mode doesn't give you infinite health, but it gives you infinite ammo. It's like God photos for fucking pussies!
Well, I mean, I guess, they figure if you have unlimited ammo, you don't need unlimited health, right?
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't really switch on until after you beat the first or not beat the first level, after you beat that level that you're on, and then it automatically gets saved, and there.
I wonder if that's like the designer's way of saying don't be a pussy.
Pretty much.
If you die on the first level, fuck you.
I know, right? Now, where the hell was that damn friggin... Oh, God. I have a jester left. Sorry, guys. But where the hell is it? Oh, my goodness. I'm trying to figure this out. I've been through here, but I'm confused as to where to get the red key. I think I'll figure it out.
See, that's the thing with all of those type, like Duke Nukem, Doom, Return to Castle Wolfenstein. You don't get a fucking map.
How did I miss that guy?
That's one of the other topics of discussion that I really love to go into people with is, oh well, we could try it in hardcore mode, like COD's hardcore mode where you don't get a player navigation or map or anything, and the first shot kills you. And they're like, oh well, it's so difficult, and I was like, yeah, well, you know what? Try playing Duke like the original Duke.
The original Duke Nukem?
Where you don't get a map, you have to remember everywhere that you've been, kind of like this. You kind of have to remember where you've been and where everything is to get back to certain places. And, now all newer games come with a map.
I know what you mean. Where is it? Owned. I hate how it says no target, yet why should there be any freaking target when you... Well, at least the hot pockets are done.
Right.
Or in this case, the weenies are done. see. Where the hell do I go? I've just went in a... Damn it! Went in a circle again! I'll figure it out. Okay, these guys are here, so that means I'm going the right way.
If there's not dead bodies, you haven't been there. It's true.
It's true. Yes. Oh my god, yeah.
If there's not a pile of dead shit on the floor, then that's where you need to go.
Pretty much.
That's your waypoint. That's your map icon. Pile of dead bodies.
Oh. Iced him. I guess that's how you cut the pound cake. I feel really bad for all of these enemies, having to endure suffering constantly at the hands of people, of players that are much more superior to them. Well, sometimes because really, they don't change their strategy. Well, they do sometimes get smarter and trap you, but when they do, that's when it actually gets to be a lot harder. Like, for example, see how they came at me? And, like, say you go into a room, and they're lying in wait for you, and they manage to kill you. That's, trapping.
Well, and, we gotta remember, back when these games were made, the AI wasn't that great.
Nope. But they did upgrade it a little bit, and they do manage to get stronger.
It's good enough to be playable, so better than a lot of games.
Yep. Oh, okay, it's like, hey look,
Hell, it's better than some of the newer games.
Yep. Doom 3, believe it or not, while it had some success, it actually had some flack because it was so dark that you couldn't really see shit.
Yeah.
That was pretty bad.
I've noticed that a lot of games have that. They're very dark, not very low gamma. I'm wondering if they're supposed to do that, like supposed to be that way, or I'm wondering if they did that because they were trying to. Almost like they were trying to cover their tracks or something.
I know, right? There is. I can think of one newer low-res game that I've been wondering about. Have you ever played Guncraft?
No.
The only way I heard about it is because it's one of those indie games that you find on Xbox Live. I'm guessing it's on PC too, because that's generally where a lot of these indie games come from, PC.
Oh, let's look.
I just think it's funny. Funny as...
it's on Steam, so you should be able to play it on PC.
Yep.
No. Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. I love how it says...
Taking a very Minecraft-like approach to that.
Except they added guns. I didn't really buy it. I just was like, eh.
Apparently there's a 4 game license to this. Huh. Yeah, not too thrilled about that.
Yeah, me neither. But one thing I could say is that what's good about id Software is they encourage people to mod games because they themselves started off as modders and coders, and they had no corporate backing or funding or whatever. They were just ordinary guys doing that. You know? They enjoy computers, they enjoy coding. They're awesome like that. Oh, really? Really? I forgot. I killed everything up here. You know what was funny? Recognize this area here? I was right down there, which I thought I got stuck, which really wasn't that hard. Okay. That's one level. Well, another level, anyway. If you're available, I hope we can be on board for the next couple of levels. I don't know when. I'm trying to... Right now, I'm actually on episode 1. I beat it. Oh, really? Okay. Wow, that actually kills a lot more.
Like, freaking out back there. Wow, look at that. Looks like they're all on crack.
Tell me about it. I should have just shot those, and it would have killed them. And I'm going to go ahead and just save this here. because... Alright. Let's see. Okay. Oh, man. Okay, did I just pick...
all the first aid kits.
Yes, even though I mostly don't need them now.
You can totally hurt yourself that much, right?
Yeah, I just love how they add that much there. It's like if I... Just picture me if I was not playing this. I did actually beat this without cheats, so I kind of have the right to brag. I think that if you were able to at least beat one game on, like, ultra violence or higher, at least, like, or a little bit lower than that, I think you have the right to cheat a bit, because...
Well, yeah, if you've already played through a difficulty level.
Yeah, you know what to expect and all. I mean, you need to be able to show off some things, and sometimes cheating is necessary. It just depends, really, because the whole cheating aspects, people always get on others about, how cheating is wrong. Well, in a sense, yeah, it is, but at the same time, if you're not doing it in a way that's less harmful, I don't think there should be any problem with that.
I think cheating in multiplayer like in multiplayer games is wrong.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't do that.
And if it's like a single player game like this game is, you know, if you want to cheat, fine, but I think people should at least play the game once. And then if they want to.
Yep. Okay, those enemies, wasn't able to actually find the BFG 9000 because I utilized the tools at my disposal and I was scared shitless. And I thought I was going to continue on with that, but I don't know. You know what? Oh, look, it's in the shape of a star. You know what it's missing? A circle. Oh, great. It's the symbol for the Dallas Cowboys.
I wonder if that outside wall there is in the shape of a pentagon.
Outside wall? Let me check. Okay. Oh, what? Really? Repeats graphics a little? See, look. What the hell?
It's probably just where because that background isn't actually there. It's just a texture.
Right. I just thought they would have added that, but whatever. It's okay.
Slowest elevator ever.
I know, right? It's like...
The elevators at Sears move faster than that.
I agree. And if I go through here, chances are I'm probably going to end up ending the level, but before I go through there, I wonder if there's anything else. Oh, what am I talking about? There's nothing else, is there? Yep, nothing. I don't hear any roaring or anything, so yeah.
Well, you know, I'm pretty sure they packed whatever remaining enemies over into that one room.
Oh, and you're actually supposed to die here. Once you beat the big badasses, and clean out the moon base, you're supposed to win, aren't you? Aren't you? Where's your fat fucking reward and take it home now, bitch? What the hell is this shit? You're not supposed to end this way, you fucking pussy. It stinks like rotten meat. And pussy. And I can't even believe that be actually any sort of rotten pussy anywhere. God damn, your floor must be crusty. But looks like the most Deimos base... the lost Deimos base. I'm sorry, I'm too hyped up here. Looks like you're stuck on the shores of hell, and the only way out is through it. To continue the Doom experience, play The Shores of Hell and its amazing sequel, Inferno. In other words, the next 2 episodes. You better not fucking lose. Well, but yeah, carrying on with that, I guess you could say that's the majority of... Wait, why isn't there any... Oh, okay, it's just showing credits, so it's... Okay, never mind, that was weird. I thought it would have push pause and that'd be the end of that. Okay, so I guess I just continue on in a new game?
Apparently.
Right, that's a little bit odd. It's like I just beat the game. Oh, wow.
Now, was that supposed to be just one level, or...?
That was actually 2 levels, believe it or not. Because the previous one, when I flipped the switch, it showed the exit. I just quickly skipped through all the kills I got because that doesn't really matter. Anyway.
Huh.
Yeah. And unfortunately... you were saying?
So I was just saying, well then.
I know, right? And these other episodes I will definitely get to, but I finally finished this one. Episode 1, Knee Deep in the Dead. After so long, who would have thought I would have gotten through with it now? How about that? Anywho, I unfortunately am going to have to cut it here, and thank you all for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed, and stay tuned for the next videos.
Bye.
Stay batty, my friends.